Hey Royals! Chelsea here again to bring you some online yoga classes. Today we're going to have a strong but stretchy flow. We're going to start with some restorative poses, so let's grab a pillow now and we're going to get started. So we're going to get started here. If you have a bolster, you can also grab that as well. We're going to grab our pillow or bolster, coming into a variation of a child's pose here. So let's let our knees come to the outside of our bolsters and then gently maybe come down onto our forearms and then bring our chest down, looking to one side. So letting your cheek rest either on your hands, letting maybe your hands fall to the side, closing your eyes as you allow yourself to get comfortable here and settle. So it's super important that we find a place where our body can start to melt into the bolster, into the pillow. So let your breath start to guide you to complete relaxation. So close your eyes, relax all the muscles in your face, relax your legs, your hips, adjust yourself if you need to. We're holding here for just a few breaths as we allow ourselves to maybe check in with every part of our body, check in also with our mind. And we'll slowly switch to the other cheek. If setting an intention is a part of your practice, let's shift into that mindset now. Breathing in and releasing that intention out. If nothing is coming to mind, maybe setting an intention of sending positive energy to someone that needs it more than you today. We'll gently start to come up, lifting up off of our bolster, taking the bolster and placing it out to the side. We'll be using it as we come into our Shavasana later in today's class. So let's bring our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, creating a box shape, starting to wake up our body through cat and cows. So drop our belly, extend our tailbone, roll the shoulder blades towards one another, reach the crown of your head, extending up towards the sky. And then gently pressing the floor away, squeeze the stomach muscles in, take the chin to the chest and open through your shoulders. Good. Inhale, open through your heart, drop the belly, extend the heart forward. And exhale, curve through your spine. Good, let's come back through neutral. Tucking our toes and sitting back onto our heels, stretching through our feet. Staying here, which is a great place to be. For some people, this is excruciating. For others, you're looking for a little bit deeper of a stretch. So if that's the case, let's bring our hands behind us. Let our head fall back. Back bends naturally start to energize our body. So maybe you can lift your hips up and involve your thighs, opening through your heart a little bit more. Slowly drop the hips back down. Come back through neutral. Shift yourself back forward into your tabletop. Keep the toes tucked and allow yourself to lift your knees up off of the mat, starting to breathe some energy into your body as you engage through your core and release. Good. Inhale, breathing in, pressing the ground away, engage through the core. Exhale, release the core a little bit. One more time, engage through everything, press the ground away. And gently come into active child's pose. So keeping the toes tucked, press your hips towards your heels, extend your hands a little higher on your mat. Shift forward into plank pose. As we lift up, pressing the ground away, pressing the heels towards the ground, reaching through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in, long exhale. In through our nose and out. One more. Drop down onto your knees. Sit back into child's pose. Untuck the toes this time and extend your arms as long onto the mat as you can. Keep the elbows lifted. Good. Let's come into downward facing dog, remembering that child's pose is always available for us in our practice. So anytime you need to take a breather, find your way there. Let's take a deep breath as we allow ourselves to come up onto our toes, and then exhale, press our heels towards the ground. Inhale up onto our toes, stretch through our feet, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, press back. Come up onto our toes and take a slow walk to the front of our mats. Grab opposite elbows, relax your head and your neck. Drop your hands down, take a look at your knees, and a slow roll up to stand. Roll the shoulders down your back. Bring your pinky fingers forward. Extend your arms up towards the sky, reaching up, taking your hands to heart center. Reach back up, lift through your heart, and exhale as we refold. Inhale, come to a half lift. Weight distributes into our toes, crown of our head reaches forward. Maybe we need to bring our fingers onto our shins, which is a great alternative. Maybe we're feeling flexible today and our hands can come down to the mat. Plant your palms, bend your knees, step back into top of a push-up. Staying in top of a push-up in place of chaturanga is a perfect option, but if chaturanga is a part of your practice, let's shift our heels forward, chest forward, nothing else moving. Bend through our elbows, squeeze our elbows as close to our sides as we can. Inhale, come up for upward facing dog, open through our heart and our chest, and press back to our downward facing dog. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog, even if we didn't take the chaturanga. Inhale, let's come up onto our toes, bend our knees, and step to the front of our mats. Inhale, half lift, this time coming right into your back bend. Exhale, refold. Let's reach all the way up and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back or float back. Top of a push-up. Engage through your core, lower through a chaturanga, stay in top of a push-up, or maybe you're someplace in between. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press back to downward facing. Taking a deep breath in and long exhale out. Inhale, lifting your right leg up to the sky, point through the toes, reaching through this. Lift the right leg as high as you can, lift up onto the left tippy toes, pull the right knee in for high lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky when you're ready. Relax your shoulders down your back. Engage through your core, take a deep breath in, long exhale. One more. And with control, reach yourself forward, bring the hands down. Press the ground away, step right foot back, lower through a chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale to downward facing. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Pull the left knee into the chest. Step it through, coming into high lunge on this side. Relax your shoulders down your back. Engage through your core. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. One more. Reach yourself forward. Bring the hands down, press the ground away. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale upward, Adho Mukha Savasana. Press back, downward facing. Good. Let's pedal through the legs, work through the hips and the hamstrings. Starting to feel your body loosening up. Let's come up onto our toes, bend our knees, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Right into your back bend. And refold. half lift, refold, this time just stepping left foot back, grounding through this, lifting up for high lunge, just as a transition point as we open up for warrior two. Elongating through our fingers, squeezing through our heels, reaching through this. Allow yourself to bring heel to heel or heel to the middle of your back foot. Arms extending, the back arm reaching, trying to stack the shoulders over the hips, lengthening through the crown of your head, looking down the middle finger of your front hand. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale as the shoulders drop. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Flip your front palm, reach forward a little bit. Extend back behind you, stretch through your side body. Good, come back through warrior two as we straighten through our front leg. If your stance is super wide, heel toe the back foot in a little bit, but if not, stay where you are. Reach forward, press the hips towards the back of your mat, dropping the right hand towards the ground, left arm up towards the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Take a deep breath as we lengthen through this, pressing the shoulders towards the hips, hips towards the shoulders, taking a deep breath in, long exhale. With control, use the left arm. Find your way back to your warrior two. Open your stance again. Breathe through this, squeeze through the heels, engage through it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse again, reach back, try not to put any pressure on your back leg. As we take our hands down, framing the front foot, lift the back heel. Good, with control, left hand plants, right arm extends up to the sky. Breathe through this, allow your core to zip in, reaching through the fingers. Take a deep breath, long exhale. One more. Slowly bring the hand down. Press the ground away, step the right foot back to meet the left. Lower through a chaturanga if that feels okay for your body today. Maybe staying here is doing the work, and that's okay too. If you took chaturanga, let's take your back bend and press back to downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember, our downward facing dog is a restorative pose, so letting yourself breathe, relax your shoulders, let your heels come closer to the ground. As we come up onto your toes, bend your knees, step or float. Half lift, refold. Right into your back bend. And fold. Half lift. Plant your palms, this time stepping right foot back, coming into our high lunge. Reaching our arms up to the sky just as a transition as we open up to our warrior two on this side. So allowing ourselves to adjust the knee over the ankle, the arms to extend, the shoulders dropping down, squeezing through the heels. Be mindful of the weight distribution here in both feet, making sure that it's balanced. Making sure that the big toe and the pinky toe has equal amount of weight. Good, let's take a deep breath and drop the shoulders down the back just a little bit more. Awesome. Let's take a deep breath as we flip the front palm and reverse back behind us. Come back through our warrior two, straightening our front leg for Trikonasana. You may have heel-toed that back foot in. Keep the same balance as we extend forward, dropping the left hand down, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. Good. Take a deep breath. Try to stack fingers over fingers, shoulders over shoulders, hips pressing forward, shoulders pressing back. Good. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. With control, use your core, lift yourself back up. Rebending into your warrior two. Elongate through the fingers, open your stance if you made it a little bit less wide as you moved through your Trikonasana. Let's take one more breath here as we flip the front palm, reverse back behind us. Try not to put any pressure on that back leg. Slowly take the hands down, framing the front foot, lifting the back heel. Breathe through this as we extend our left arm up towards the sky. Breathe through it. Allow yourself to feel the stretch, but also building strength. Good. Let's take the hand down, press the ground away, step the foot back, top of a push-up, press the heels forward, lower through a chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath together. Long exhale, release it together. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's lift right leg up to the sky. Bending the knee and opening the hip. Good opportunity to flip the dog if that's in your practice, coming into Wild Thing. Slowly find your way out of it, lifting right leg back up. Take the right foot to the outside of your right hand as we come into lizard pose. So you could stay here, which is a great place to be, staying lifted, but be mindful not to pour all the weight into your hands. So maybe coming down onto your elbows makes a little bit more sense for you. Maybe coming down onto the back knee, getting a deeper stretch. Letting yourself breathe into this. If you are on your elbows or even on your palms for that matter, make sure that you're in line with your heel or even behind it to get deeper into it. Awesome. Let's slowly start to come up onto our palms. As we extend our right arm up to the sky, bending into our left knee, reach back to connect with the foot if that's accessible for you today. Good. Slowly let that go. Take the hand to frame your right foot, heel toe it all the way over to your left wrist as we gently come down onto our right shin. Letting yourself come into pigeon as we extend the left leg behind us and gently maybe fold. Again, maybe we're coming onto our elbows, or maybe we're working on walking our hands closer towards our hips and trying to bring the right shin more parallel to the top of the mat, which is all great places to be. If you're super flexible, another option is to walk the hands over towards the left. Let's allow ourselves to take a deep breath in. Wherever we are, and a long exhale. Slowly start to come up, letting ourselves bring the right heel a little closer towards our hip. Roll a little deeper into this, maybe bend into that left knee. If you'd like, you could take your left hand back to connect the hand with the foot, which is a great option. And then we'll slowly let that go. Tucking the back toes, lift the back leg, shake out your right leg, let that release. Lowering the foot down, pedaling through it. As we lift left leg up to the sky. Bending our left knee, opening the hip, flipping the dog, opening through your heart and chest. Slowly coming out of this. Lifting the left leg back up. Stepping it to the outside of your left hand as we come into our lizard pose. So this is a good place to be, but let's keep the balance of whatever we did on the other side. So maybe it was dropping down onto our back knee. Maybe it was the elbows. Try to keep the balance, even if you feel different on this side. That's normal. One side's always different than the other. So just try to create the same balance, create the same flexibility, the same strength on the left side that we had on the right. Let's slowly start to come up onto our palms. Gently bending into our back knee. Reaching back, left hand to the right foot. As we slowly bring the hand to frame the front foot. And then gently walk the left toes over towards your right wrist. So you want that left knee to be above the ankle to get into our pigeon pose on this side. So breathing through whatever variations that we took on the other side. So making sure that if you were working on the shin coming parallel to the top of the mat, that we're doing it on this side. Maybe we were folding. Maybe for the super flexible, we were walking our hands over towards the right. As we allow ourselves to start to walk up, bringing our left heel closer to the hip, breathing through this as we bend into the right knee, reaching back maybe for the foot. Awesome. We'll slowly let this go, tucking the back toes, lift your right leg, lift left leg up to the sky, shake that out, lower the foot, take a deep breath in, long exhale. Inhale, let's come up onto our toes and step or float our feet to yogi squat, bringing the feet to the outside of our hands, bringing our elbows to the inside of our knees, reaching our crown up towards the sky, taking a deep breath in, long exhale. Awesome. Let's gently bring our hands down to the ground and lift our hips up towards the sky, coming into a forward fold. You may want to open your stance a little wider here if your hands aren't coming flat, so it's actually easier with the legs wider. If you're looking to get a little deeper into this and your hands are already on the ground, you could reach your arms through your legs here as we take a deep breath in. Long exhale. Slowly bring our hands back in front of our face, wherever we are, lift up halfway. Take our hands to our hips, come up to stand. Reach our arms up to the sky. Drop our right arm down by our side, extend left arm over to the right. Come back up, drop the left hand down, reach the right arm over to the left. Come back up. Take the hands to the low back and press the hips forward. Slowly come back through neutral. Take a deep breath, extend your arms up, and refold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, refold. Plant the hands. Lead with the tailbone. Step or float back through your version of a chaturanga, maybe coming right into it. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale for child's pose. Slowly walk your hands back towards your knees, sitting up. As we extend our legs out in front of us, scooting to the center of our mats if we aren't there anymore. Taking our right knee into our chest, let the right sole of the foot come to the inside of our left leg. Extend our arms up towards the sky. Twist to your left leg and reach the chest towards the toes. Let your heart extend forward as we exhale and melt into this. Good. Let's bring the left hand to the inside of your left leg. Extend your right arm up towards the sky and then trace a line on the ceiling as we reach towards our toes. Good. Let's take our right arm behind us. Left hand coming to the outside of our right knee for a twist. Keeping the right hand where it is. Lift your hips and left arm up towards the sky, reaching back behind you. Slowly, let's come out of this. As we switch legs, extend your right leg, take the left sole of the foot to the inside of your right leg. Extend your arms up towards the sky. Twist to your right leg and fold. Breathing in, breathing out. Take the right hand to the inside of your right leg. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Trace the ceiling and reach towards your right toes. Take left arm back behind you. Right hand to the outside of your knee. Keep the left hand right where it is, flat to the ground. Lift the hips and right arm up towards the sky. Slowly come out of this. Extend both legs long onto your mat. Extend your arms to the sky, Dandasana staff pose. As you reach forward, extending the chest towards the toes, relax your head and your neck. It may feel better for you to open your feet hip distance apart. Maybe take your hands to the arches of your feet, extending forward. Slowly peel yourself away from your legs. Bring your arms parallel to your legs, engage through your core, and slowly start to shift back. Good, lower all the way down, flat onto the mat, extending your arms out to a T. Let's take our right knee into our chest and reach it over towards the left for a twist, looking towards your right hand. Maybe the left hand can come to the right knee and guiding it towards the floor. Gently switch sides, straightening right leg out, taking left knee in, letting it fall over to the right side as we look to the left. Let's take a deep breath in as we slowly come back through neutral. Bringing our knees into our chest, rocking into our hips, a little left and right. Extending our legs up towards the sky, flexing and pointing. Working through your ankles. Switch directions. Good. Gently bending into our knees, maybe reaching for our hamstrings for a variation of happy baby. Maybe reaching for the pinky sides of our feet if that feels accessible for us today. As we allow the knees to guide towards our shoulders. Maybe it feels good to straighten one leg. Switching legs to balance it out. If we feel flexible enough today, being mindful and extending both legs long. Gently bringing our knees back into our chest, lowering the soles of the feet down to the ground, close to the hips for bridge pose. As we lift our hips up towards the sky. Slowly lower the hips down and rock your knees a few times left and right. Good. Grabbing your pillow or bolster if it's nearby. Bringing it closer to you. We'll use it in our next pose. Letting our knees open for a reclined butterfly as we allow our hands to move to our hips, to our stomach, or to our heart. As we close our eyes, starting to relax from the crown of our head down to our toes. Focusing on our breath, focusing on our heartbeat, focusing on settling. And we'll gently bring our hands to our knees, bringing our knees together, taking our bolster or pillow and placing it underneath our knees. So I prefer it to be lifted halfway and letting my feet dangle, but it's completely up to you. As we get comfortable here, bringing our arms out to our sides, closing our eyes, maybe grabbing even a sweatshirt or a blanket to cover ourselves up. because the great part about practicing at home is that we can take Shavasana for as long as we want to. So let's allow ourselves to get super comfortable, closing our eyes, breathing in, breathing out, letting our exhales start to become longer than our inhales, letting ourselves melt and become heavy, and then become light, almost floating. Remembering that Shavasana is the most important pose of our practice. Thank you guys for practicing with me. It's my absolute pleasure. Namaste.